There are moments in life when everything seems overwhelming, when the weight of the world feels like it's pressing down on your chest, and you feel completely exhausted. These are the times when we reach the end of ourselves, when we've tried every avenue, made countless decisions, and yet we find ourselves lost, confused, and weary. It's in these moments that the most important step you can take is to build or rebuild your relationship with the Lord. Now is the time to say, "Lord, I'm too tired." This is the first step to finding peace. It's acknowledging that you're exhausted mentally, emotionally, and physically. Life can feel like an uphill battle when we keep trying to push forward on our own strength. Every day can seem like a struggle when we try to handle everything ourselves. But the truth is, we weren't designed to carry such a heavy burden alone. God, in His infinite love, wants us to rest in Him. It's okay to admit that you're tired. It's okay to say that you need help. This is where surrender begins. I have been doing it my way for too long. We all go through seasons where we try to take control, believing that we know what's best for us. We make decisions based on our limited understanding, our own desires, and the false belief that we can fix everything on our own. However, more often than not, these decisions lead to frustration, confusion, and heartache. When we try to do life our way, we may gain temporary satisfaction, but it's never lasting. The pursuit of control can only bring so much fulfillment before we realize that we were never meant to carry such a burden. And all I got was pain, suffering, agony, lost, and confused. We can't escape the reality that when we try to live life by our own rules, we often end up hurting ourselves and others. We experience pain in relationships, confusion in our purpose, and suffering from the consequences of decisions that were not aligned with God's plan for our lives. This is the truth we often try to ignore. Doing things our way leads to emptiness. There's only so much pain one can endure before they come to the realization that this is not the life they were meant to live. You may feel lost in the chaos, struggling to find your way out, but the good news is that you don't have to navigate it alone anymore. Emptiness and destruction. There's an unsettling emptiness that comes when we are disconnected from our Creator. We may try to fill the void with things, achievements, or even people, but nothing ever truly satisfies. We live in a world that tells us to keep pursuing more, but in the end, more only leads to more emptiness. When we walk away from God, we walk away from the only source that can give us true and lasting fulfillment. And this destruction doesn't just affect our outward circumstances. It impacts our inner peace, our relationships, and our overall well-being. But God offers us a different way, one that leads to restoration, healing, and peace. He is the Prince of Peace, the one who can heal all the brokenness in our lives. The key to receiving His peace lies in our willingness to surrender fully to Him. Lord, I give up. This is the moment of surrender. When we say, I give up, we are letting go of our own control and acknowledging that we cannot do it all on our own. It's a moment of trust. Trust that God knows better than we do. Trust that He is good and that His plans for us are for our good. It's a declaration that we are no longer going to fight for control, but instead, we are going to trust in His sovereign will for our lives. I'm waving the white flag. A white flag is a universal symbol of surrender. When we wave it, we are saying, I'm done fighting. I'm ready to submit. I'm ready to trust. Surrender doesn't mean defeat, it means victory in God's hands. We might not understand why things have happened the way they have, but by surrendering, we open ourselves to God's perfect plan, even if it looks different from what we imagined. The white flag is a declaration of peace, of resting in the security that God is in control. I'm surrendering. Surrender is not always easy. It requires humility and a willingness to let go of pride. It involves relinquishing our own will and desires and placing them under the guidance of God's will. This is where true freedom begins. When we surrender our hearts, our lives, our ambitions, and our fears to God, we allow Him to work in us in ways we never could have imagined. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means yielding to something greater, trusting that God's way is the best way. I come to you wholeheartedly. God wants all of us. He doesn't want a half-hearted commitment. He wants us to come to Him with everything we have. Coming wholeheartedly means bringing our fears, our pain, our doubts, our joy, and our hope before Him. It means not holding back, not keeping parts of ourselves hidden. It's a willingness to be vulnerable, knowing that God accepts us as we are and loves us unconditionally. I reserve nothing. When we truly surrender to God, we hold nothing back. We give Him our entire life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. We don't try to manage or control certain areas of our lives while keeping others for ourselves. True surrender involves giving up our personal agendas and trusting that God's plans are far better than anything we could ever imagine. When we reserve nothing, we are giving God full access to every part of our being, knowing that He is trustworthy with our lives. I'm asking you, I'm begging you. There are times in life when we come to the end of our rope, when we realize that there's nothing left for us to try. It's in these moments that we turn to God with desperation in our hearts, asking for His help. Begging God isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of trust. It's recognizing that we need Him more than anything else. We ask Him to intervene, to guide us, to heal us, and to show us the way. Lord, take full control of me. This is the ultimate act of trust. We are inviting God to take control, not just of certain areas of our lives, but of everything. Our thoughts, our decisions, our relationships, our desires, and our future. When we let God take full control, we are surrendering our will to His and allowing Him to direct our paths. It's an acknowledgement that our ways have failed us, but His ways will lead us to life, peace, and purpose. My decisions cause nothing but suffering and self-loathing with my poor wisdom. Our decisions, made apart from God's guidance, can lead to brokenness and regret. We often think that we know what's best, but our limited wisdom can cause pain. We hurt ourselves and those around us when we try to live without God's direction. It's only when we allow God's wisdom to shape our decisions that we experience true peace and fulfillment. We are admitting that our own understanding is insufficient and that we need God's perfect wisdom to guide us. I've had enough. There comes a point when we hit rock bottom. The weight of our choices, the consequences of living apart from God's will, becomes too much to bear. We've had enough of the pain, the suffering, and the self-inflicted wounds. And in that moment, when we've had enough, God is ready to step in and restore us. He's waiting for us to come to the end of ourselves, so He can begin His work in us. I don't want to cry anymore. Crying is a natural human response to pain, to loss, and to hurt. It's a way for us to express our grief, but God promises that He will wipe away every tear. He is close to the brokenhearted and offers comfort to those who mourn. When we come to Him with our pain, He offers peace in exchange. He wants to heal our brokenness and give us a joy that surpasses our understanding. I want to live in peace. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, is the only source of true peace. His peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but on His presence within us. When we surrender to God, we open the door to His peace, peace that guards our hearts and minds, even in the midst of trials. This peace is not a fleeting feeling, but a deep, abiding assurance that God is in control and that we are secure in His love. He is the Prince of Peace. Jesus Christ is the Prince of Peace. He came to this world to offer peace to those who are troubled, to heal the brokenhearted, and to restore what was lost. When we surrender to Him, we allow His peace to reign in our hearts. His peace is unlike anything the world can offer. It's a peace that transcends understanding, a peace that remains in the storm, a peace that calms our fears and gives us hope. And there you have it. True peace begins with surrendering to the Prince of Peace. If this resonated with you and you're ready to find that peace in your own life, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful content like this. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.